You know, I want to see if maybe there's differences between men and women on this when it comes to the what they prefer as intimacy before it gets to the whoop de doo de doo de doo. Okay, so things that we don't do without the whoop de doo de doo. Okay, what works for you? I'll go first in the act of being vulnerable. Okay, listen, ladies, run your fingers through my head top, which is not much hair on this head, but run it through my head. Yeah, you got me. Okay, all right. Wash my hair. You got me. Okay, all right. I'm talking about scalp massage. You got me. Okay, all right. That's my things there. And I think for me, you know what I love? Sometimes I'll be doing a lot of work during the day. When I did have a bae at the time, it's a couple of years ago now. I love the fact she would come behind me and just give me a hug from behind. You just hold their hand like that as they're holding you, like, babe, like, I love that. For me, that's my thing there. And then finally, I love a good snuggle and a little bit of a cuddle. I think the one that makes me feel the best is when the lady just the girl just rests her head on your chest. Some of us have got a big chest, so but when they rest their head on your chest, it's a beautiful moment in that. It's something delicate in that moment. When they rest their head on your chest, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's something about it. So that's where I'll start from. That's my forms of intimacy that I love. That it's non-physical in terms of sexual aspects. So I want to get you guys aspects. You don't have to say all of your things. There are some men who are watching here for you ladies to try and see if they can get you that way. Don't let them get you, okay? But who's opening the mic? Sean, is that you? Go for it.
I remember that, and it's gonna sound like I'm not over it, but it just was a moment, right? With my ex-wife, because this is the second time we're talking about her, but it was a moment like when I think I really truly realized I was in love with her. Like, she sat on my lap, and similar to what you said, she rested her head in my chest, and she just looked up at me, and it was like I just wanted to, like, protect her, fulfill all her dreams, and no sex. She just was sitting on my lap and looked up at me. And that for me, like, she didn't even know, and she fell asleep. She fell asleep in my arms. I was done. Like, I was completely done. That's like, bro, I was like, what in the hell? I was like, don't even let. I think probably I had a thug tear that dripped down my eye in that moment, because for me it was done. For me in that moment, I was like, this is it. This is gonna be the woman I'm gonna marry. And I was like, did she set me up? She must have set me up. She took some NyQuil and set me the hell up. But yes, that moment resonates.
I love that, show. Thank you for sharing that powerful moment there. And listen, that's the real stuff right there, because I don't lie to you. You can have whatever you want in that moment. Okay. Corey, since the men are going first, talk to me, bro. Why are you shaking your head, sir? Give us your intimate moment without,
Yeah,
sex.
so this is the part of the conversation where I have to respectfully bow out because for me, the way my intimacy works is going to lead us places. It's definitely going to lead us places as it's supposed to. So for me, intimacy is going to lead where it is supposed to lead. And for me to stop that from happening is outside of my character. So respectfully, I'll bow out of this segment.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Didn't you say? I'm not saying anything. That boy is a trip. David, give us your perspective.
It's a very, very, very contentious situation because I'm in the same category as Corey, honestly. I mean, like, how would you be stirring up things and not be doing things? I mean, it's a very, very difficult situation, you know? Um, yeah. It's going to go there. Yeah. We would need to exercise the muscles, you know? Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Where's she? Where have you and Corey gone to? Huh? Where is your intimacy without guys? Huh? Where's your intimate moments where you're not feeling, you know?
I would challenge them to be like, I don't know if you've really truly been in love with somebody, because when you're in love with somebody, I think it's you realize. And Dave, I'm just surprised at you because being married, you realize that the sex is there, right? You're with
David is
your
capping.
wife every single day, so you definitely can have moments where there's intimacy and connection with her that don't go to a physical place.
I can say I've definitely not felt like fulfilling all the woman's dreams.
I love that, bro. I fulfilled all
Well,
of those
listen, I,
dreams.
I can say that I'm a romantic at heart, right? I'm your Carl Thomas. I got a playlist built. That's just how my mind works. And I'm not saying everybody should be at that, or
Yeah, no, I'm
connect with
just
those
teasing.
feelings,
I'm
but
just teasing. I'm just teasing. For me, I think it's the answer is the love languages. Honestly, for me, it's the
Okay.
love languages. Meeting my need, physical touch, conversation. For me, one of the strongest things I would say is, just, and it's really beautiful because now, like, you know, my wife is not currently working, and when I just come home and she just does all the thing, like she immediately changes the channel from whatever she's watching to the news because she knows I like to watch the news when I come back home. She makes my favorite juice for me. She's like, telling my son to come and say hello to me, run and hug daddy, and just making me feel peace and making me feel relaxed in that moment, making me feel comfortable, sort of putting my needs or putting my desires, front street. I think is one of those things that really brings intimacy to me. And then having conversation, how was your day? Tell me about your day. What happened today? Just talking to that person, just it just makes you want to. And then one of the physical things I like to do is just put my head on the bosom. Yeah, yeah, just your head on the bosom. Yeah, that's yeah, brother can sleep till tomorrow morning. You just feel peace and quietness, and you just feel love, and you just feel comfort in that moment. Yeah, those are some of the things that I really love doing, to be intimate without. And then the last thing is cuddling. It's so bad that when I cuddle my wife at night, if she's not in the mood, she's like, brother, brother, no. I'm like, no, 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 sister, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I just want to cuddle. It's okay. We are not doing anything. Just let me just hold you. I know I'm holding you from behind, and you at your back and all those things, but I'm not trying to go there. I just want to feel your essence on me. It's okay. Those are some of those ways.
David, we're gonna get some caps for you, brother, because that's the next song. You just totally gave us a lyrical rendering of the next song. Stand back, you dancing kind of close,
Man said, I'm still cuddling you, but you're arching your back, but we're cuddling you still. I said, oh,
and you're feeling
David.
things, and you're feeling things. Yeah, you're feeling a poke coming through, right?
Oh.
Definitely.
Listen, do you know what's so funny? I'm gonna let these go in a second. I'm like, I think me and Sean are quite similar. So I actually understood what you said, bro. Listen, I have the same thing, bro. When a woman can just rest on you, and they're just so comfortable with you. There's an aspect of my protective energy that immediately comes out, tigerishly comes out. Like I want to protect you from the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and so that's I definitely understand that. I think that's why I love people like I say people, but women specifically resting on my chest. It makes me feel like, okay, you know what? You trust me enough to stay there and be vulnerable in that moment. That's my protective energy wants to come out in that moment and be like, I got you, don't worry about that. Do you know what I mean? I like you feeling safe. What are you gonna
You
say,
guys
Sean?
haven't ever had a good hug, bro. First of all, there's studies that say as humans we need a x amount of, I don't know the number, but we need a certain amount of hugs every day. It does something just to keep us, you know, happy and our endorphins flowing. Like a good hug, oh man, like a good hug, especially from like a beautiful woman. And it's not like that old church hug side to side, like you give me a full embrace. That to me is just, it feels so great. You know, I love that. I love it. It just like energizes you. It just lightens and brightens up your day. So I don't know. I think maybe I'm just an affectionate person, but yeah, no, I love hugs for sure.